Thanks for tuning in for this episode of The Real ResQ, powered by Vertical Helicast. As a reminder, you can go to verticalhelicast.com and check out not only this podcast, but Hangar Z, the helicopter podcast, and Vertical MRO podcast. Plus, if you click a little bit further onto The Real ResQ, not only do you get to see all the episodes, you get to see the link to the Real ResQ store and Ready Swimmer. Now, let's say thank you to the sponsors of this in particular episode, Collins Aerospace, driving breakthrough solutions for today and the next generation. Check them out at collinsaerospace.com. Axness, their mission, wireless intercom. Check them out today at axness.com. And Bell, above and beyond flight. Check them out today at bellflight.com. Now, coming up next in this episode, we've got a rescue swimmer from Denmark. He comes to us with stories out of his squadron, Rescue Squadron 722 from the Danish Air Force. Please welcome our next guest and his stories, Mr. Martin Lehmann. My name is Jason Quinn. I am United States Coast Guard Rescue Swimmer number 500. These are my rescues and rescues from those of us that put our lives on the line every day so others may live. This is the Real ResQ podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Real ResQ podcast. Today I've got a guest. As a matter of fact, I believe you are my very first guest from this country. And I know I have more coming, which is really exciting. But ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Martin Lehmann. He's from Denmark. Danish Air Force rescue swimmer from the Rescue Squadron 722. What's up, Martin?
Hello. Thanks for having me here. I'm very excited.
My pleasure, man. Me too. I truly mean it. I don't believe... I haven't had anybody else from Denmark come on. So you are the first. And I know I get to talk to a couple more of you guys as soon as I get to Eurosa, which is going to be fun too.
Yeah.
So
we're looking very forward to having you over here.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a blast. So Eurosa 2024 is being held in Aalborg, Denmark, and we will be there together. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. But that's not what we're here to talk about today, Martin. We're here to talk about
Exactly.
You. All right. I want to learn so much more about what you guys do out there. So let's start with this. Let's start with a little bit of you. Who are you? And how did you end up joining the Danish Air Force?
I can start first with I'm 43 years old. A father for 3 kids, 2 boys and a little girl at 7. And the boys are 13 and 11. I have a wife, married for 14 years now, and we live in a little capital right outside Copenhagen, about 7 miles from the center capital of Copenhagen. So we live very close to Copenhagen, but still it's a small country, so it's still suburban. Yeah. I started as an auto mechanic from the start in a civilian, learned to repair cars, and after I was finished from that, we have a deal to get into a flight mechanic school in the Air Force. When you have a mechanical education, you can cut a lot of time down on the flight mechanic school. So I attended for a flight mechanic as 22 years old, and
nice. Wow.
At 25 years old, I was a flight mechanic in the Air Force, working on the old Sea King helicopter. We had as a rescue helicopter.
Old Sea King.
Yeah.
Excellent.
A really nice helicopter and really easy to repair on and learn all the systems on the helicopter. And then there was also about the time I heard from the guys flying it that you could be a rescue swimmer. So I was standing outside and looking all the people flying the helicopter, and I was just the mechanic serviced them. And then I attended as 27 years old in 2007 for the Rescue Swimmer program, and we have a selection course at 14 days at our like a Navy SEALs, our frogman corps. We have where you had attend a 14 days course to get selected, and they take the ones they can use. It's our own instructor from the squadron who make the course, but it's the facility up there. So that was 2007.
Well, can I ask you something? What does that entail? Like, what are some of the tests that you had to go through?
A lot of running, a lot of swimming, just to get all the layers like a peel onion. We were peeled right through so they could see the true person we were. So a lot of swimming, a lot of running, and then the start of hoist training. We were hoisted from the Sea King and dropped in the water. So it's 2 weeks when you have to get a lot of impressions and do a lot of work, and then some really basic CPR, and when they make scenes for you, you have to attend both as teams and as a single person.
Wow, nice.
And then after the 14 days, you end with I think it's a 6 kilometers swim.
6 kilometer swing? Oh my gosh, that's pretty good. That's kind of distance
in dry suits and fins. Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
So, and then you're finished with the course.
How long did it take you to swim that?
So
6K. Oh my gosh.
About 3 hours. So it's not it's a steady pace, just going. Yeah.
Holy smoke!
And after that was the course. When you attended to that, you have to wait when it becomes your turn to get to the education as a rescue swimmer. So I worked from 7 to 10, 3 years at line maintenance with the new helicopter, the EH-101, that one we fly in today. And then in 2010, I started the Rescue Swimmer program and got to be a rescue swimmer. So I was like a crew chief for 3 years before I started.
Excellent. Now,
So
what does it entail to be a rescue swimmer? Like, to go through the rescue swimmer course? It's more after you do the 6K swim, you got to do more?
That's like the initial training or selection program, 14 days. And then if you get through that, you're like in queue for the program. And the education is you have to have some medical education and some we went 10 weeks to flight school to have like a airman course. We have a little bit a radio certificate, and you learn about navigation and the airspace and how to fly. And we had about 10 hours in small aircraft trainer also where we have to do the navigation with cards and all that. And after that, we have 3 months of a medic. So you start building the medic experience there. So first flight mechanic, then the airman course, and then the medic education.
Wow.
And after that, you have education on the aircraft. I think it's 20 flight hours to 30 flight hours with basic. You have to do like confined area landings, all the airmen work. So confined area landings, and then just normal aircrew work in the cabin, and then you start the SAR school and then there's like 20 trips you have to complete with different hoists and stretcher hoists and hoist to water and hoist to ship. So that's about almost 3 to 4 months.
As a rescue swimmer or as a hoist operator, or both?
As a rescue swimmer. I'm not a hoist operator yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. Wow, man.
So
wow.
that's my way to become a rescue
hours.
swimmer.
That's a lot.
It is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, good for you. Wow. All right. So now, now that you go through all of that, do you remember your very first rescue?
I do.
That's kind of the story.
Yeah. It was actually under the education of becoming a rescue swimmer. In that's end with you have 3 watches with the old rescue swimmer, like a trainee. So I was the trainee and had the old rescue swimmer with me, and we were just out. The call was there was an old man, about 80 years old, who they couldn't find in a big family gathering in a remote place with small cabins. And so we took off, and we have a FLIR, like a heat-seeking device on, and they found, and a system operator found him in some, I think, you can say it's a bush, really hard to get in. So we, from the helicopter, we directed 2 officers, police officers, through the bush, and one, he's twisted his ankle, and the other one teared his ear to blood. Oh. On the way in to get the old man. I don't know how he have crawled into that bush, and it was like 100 times 100 square meters. So a really big area, and he was just in the middle, and they couldn't get him out. So it ended with I hoisted him out right down the trees, and I said to the trainer, I want to do that. I think that a small mission, I can handle that. Let me get the job done. So an old 80-year-old man, actually it was the former director for Viking, a Danish company making all our suits and rescue craft for many rescue like life rafts. So the former director from that company.
No kidding.
Yeah. So most of our so all old pilots knew him because they have been to lunches with him, like company lunches from 20 years ago. So it was quite funny mission.
Oh my gosh.
But we got them in a helicopter and just landed next to the cabins, and he was fine. And then the police officers had to crawl all the way back out the bush.
Oh, you didn't pick them up? You didn't want to help them out?
No. No. Yeah.
Oh man, what a good first case.
Yeah, it was really fun. But a successful first mission, and it was quite fun. So it was one I remember. Yeah.
A great way to start it, that's for sure. Man, it's really nice of your instructor or whatever to be like, yeah, you can have this one. Go ahead. Go get it done. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
I think I was very persistent. I said I could handle that.
Don't worry about it. I got it, man.
Yeah.
I got this one.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Hey, well done to you and the crew.
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, since that one rescue, you've actually had quite a few that stand out to you, and we're going to run through a whole bunch of them. So,
yeah,
you're it, my friend. Yeah, let it ride.
Yeah.
What are some of the rescues that stand out to you?
I can say I've been in the game for almost 14 years as a rescue swimmer. So there's still a lot. We have about 40 missions a year.
Oh wow!
So I have 40 missions a year. So it's adding up quite a lot.
Holy cow, that's a lot.
And most of them are medevacs from. Yeah, it is. But it's like we don't have any other jobs, so I'm only a rescue swimmer mechanic. So that's what I do. I get on watch, 6 days a month about, and so it adds up to a lot of missions. And most of them, you just have the mission, and then when you got home, you cannot remember what you have done.
Go get them, bring them back, drop them out of the hospital, turn the helicopter around, get ready for the next one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're going to divert real quick to thank our sponsors.
Collins Aerospace Goodrich. Whether your mission is saving lives or servicing high-value assets, Collins Aerospace's Goodrich hoists stay ready to assist. Features such as single-point payout reduce the potential for hoist-induced load swings, enhancing overall safety.
So I tried to remember when I was joining the podcast, if there was a really good one. The best one was, I think it was about in 16 year, 2016. We had in the summer from the base in Roskilde. That's outside Copenhagen, about 15 miles, 20 miles outside Copenhagen. We have a base there, so that's the eastern part of Denmark. We have the base there. It was in the summer, and we got the scramble set. It was we have a big bell ringing, and we were just in the shorts, and it was hot, and eating ice creams, and it was ringing, and the captain yelled it was 2 kids in the water, and when it's we know there's people in the water, we have to hurry as much as we can. So, and we have a book with different kind of missions write down for supporting our veterans with a photographer making pictures or all that. So I was just reading about the mission in that book, so I remember it quite good. So we were in the air 6 minutes after.
6 minutes after the alarm goes off, you guys were airborne?
So we were...
Wow, that's fast. Good job.
Yes. So, and it's a big helicopter. Yeah. So it weighs about 15 to 16 tons helicopter. So we have to drive it out of the hangar, start it up, get dressed in the dry suit, and off. So in 6 minutes we were airborne. So
good
that's
job, man.
quite quick. And then we only had 8 minutes flight time to the spot they were alarmed at, and we only heard it was 2 kids in the water, and it was 2 kids in the like a play dinghy, what you can get in a toy store, that were at the beach with their mother, but it was a little raft with oars and all that, and then the mother was in the beach, and they really classical. The wind was heading away from shore, so it was so they just were playing, and then the wind catched the dinghy, and they were pushed out of shore, and then the mother alarmed, and it's getting better. Then they thought it was they have like I don't know the words in English, but when the swell, you have like it's getting deep at the beach, and then it's getting low again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a sandbar, just out past the break. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, a sandbar. So that we have 3-4 of them out when you can stand on, and then it's you cannot. You have to swim between them. So they thought they could get in at the sandbar and walk in, and then they jumped in, both of them. It was a 8-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl, a brother and sister, and they got away from the dinghy, and they couldn't. They had to swim because it was much deeper than they suspected. So when we got out there, there were 2 people in the water without the dinghy. And the first dinghy we saw, there were 2 kids in, close to shore, and we said, that's probably them. And we said, they're fine, I can swim them in, no problem, but they didn't look like they were in trouble. Then the mother called at our cell phone again, and she sounded very,
Panicked. Ah, my kids are out there.
exactly. Yeah. And then it was about 300-400 meters more north of that dinghy. They were lying in the water, and their dinghy was 3-4 kilometers from shore, and they were about 500-600 meters from shore.
Oh my gosh.
So, and the girl at 14 years old were holding her little brother and just swimming, but and they were really tired. And the water in Denmark, when it's summer, you have about 19-20 degrees cold water, so it's still quite cold.
Wow. I'm actually, you know what? I'll have the conversion right here because I don't, you know what? I'm going to look that up right now. Hold on. 19 degrees. It's about 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. It's cold.
Yeah.
That's cold water.
Yes.
Like it's chilly. It's not it's chilly water. Yeah.
It is.
So
especially if you've been there for 20 minutes and you're an 8-year-old little boy.
Yeah.
So I took 2 life vests. We have where we have guest packs in the helicopter. We have inflatable life vests without the salt tablets, so they don't inflate in the helicopter. So we always have about 10 of the packs vests in the helicopter. So I took 2 of them under the arm and a sling, and then got hoisted down in my summer dry suit. We have a thin Gore-Tex one, but it's still hot. But that's the one we use in the summer. So,
okay.
And then I got hoisted about 50-60 meters from them, so they don't get the blast. Because they were struggling in the water, and we decided I swim over to them, put the vest on, and inflated both the vestes. So then we have stop the accident from happening more.
Right.
And I took the 80-year-old boy and swim a little bit away from the girl with him. Told the girl, I'll be back for you in a moment. And then we hoisted the boy up, and then me down again, and took the girl in the sling. So easy mission for me. No hassle, just swimming a little bit in the summer. Calm water, just a lot of wind from shore. But still, the boy was very tired. There was maybe 5 to 10 minutes more in him. And the girl were also tired for holding him up above water. So, and then we took them in the cabin, got the blanket on them, and then just flew them to shore to the mother, landed, shut down, no drama, got them out. We have a doctor in the helicopter, and they were looked at, but they were fine, just a little bit cold. So they had a blanket, and that was that. United with their mother. So the whole mission was about 25 minutes from we got scrambled till that we were shutting down at the beach with the helicopter, and they were reunited with their mother. But still, they were such a good mission when you can see that little boy struggling really, and just saved 2 kids.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Martin!
So perfect mission. And
that is awesome.
Then we flew.
And when you landed and got out of the helicopter, and the mom is running up, is she like crying, like so happy? Is she like ecstatic, just crazy, so happy?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And they were. Yeah, there's always a reaction from the parents, I think. So. Yeah, they weren't able to talk too much to us because I think they have been a reaction they have to compute with. So I think they just were really happy to see the kids, and then we
Oh
them
my
off.
gosh.
Yeah, a
Bro,
really good one.
that's amazing. That is incredible. Well done to you and your crew.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah. But then we flew out
Like-
to the dinghy and just stabbed it and got it in the helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
So the
Excellent.
yeah,
Don't let
like,
don't let it be floating out there. You'll get
yeah.
called again.
oh, exactly.
Oh,
We do
wow.
that a lot when we have a mission. We take like a souvenir from the mission. Try to get one. So we have it hanging at the hangar.
You have the dinghy
tied
hanging at the
down
hangar?
with, tie downs.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so
And then we write
awesome.
with a marker on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So a really good mission.
That is fantastic. Well done, sir. Well done. You and the entire crew. Man, that's awesome. Couple other questions. Are you guys, you stay connected to the hoist hook? Is that right?
Yes, we have a 300 feet wire, so a quite long one. If it's rough sea, or you just have to be fast out to get one, and then if you have to secure the person, we just stay connected.
Yeah.
And then when you have to secure the person, so they then the helicopter can tie the wire in again, and you're just flew on you, so you don't have to swim back. So that's about the fastest way to get to the person.
Excellent.
Also, if there's a rough sea in Denmark, but otherwise, if there's calm weather or we have to get on the sailboat or something like that, you just disconnect and swim.
Swim over to him.
To
jump on the
place
boat.
You have to be. Yeah.
Nice. Good deal. Man, what a rescue. Good for you, man. That's awesome. God, I love these stories, Martin. I really do. Well, you're more than welcome to keep us going. I'm in.
Yeah, no problem. I have another one I remember quite good was we have a small HEPS helicopter, a medical helicopter, only flying medevacs. We have 4 of them in Denmark, and one of them were placed at the northern part of Denmark, Aalborg, where we are attending the meeting. We both have SAR watch, the Air Force watch, and then they have a civilian medical helicopter. We call it HEPS. And some of the former pilots we know work there, so we were over there eating pancakes with them. Just take the helicopter and landed near them. Their watch, and they have made pancake for us. So we were eating pancakes at their station, and then we got a call from a fishing vessel in the North Sea was on fire. And
on fire?
Yes. It was burning, and there were 3 persons on board it. So yeah. So we tossed all the dishes from us and just said, we're off now. And then we just took off for their station and heading out the North Sea to find the vessel. And we could see it on the flare from, I think it was about 40-50 miles because of the heat from the vessel. And you can see the steering cabin or house. It was about 45 meters ship, so quite big fishing vessel, like a trawler. And you got all the house, you can look, almost down the bottom. All the roof were burned away.
Oh my gosh.
That's what, and you can so they were standing in the bow, a long way from the steering house, and they have put a life raft in the water, and they were in their suits ready for head to the dinghy. So they have the life raft just tied to the bow, and they were standing out there. So we just make the plan, flew in. I had we have a guide wire, like a line I can take to the hook, about 45 meters, so that's 150 feet, so quite a long one. So I will hoist it down to the bow, and the ship was laying sideways in the wind, so we could get right about the bow without getting too much smoke from the steering house. But when we hoisted down, I could still feel the radiant heat from the ship that was burning. So it was a more intense rescue, this one, because I could feel that was a lot more adrenaline going on when you're on a burning vessel. So I was hoisted to the bow.
Yeah. And you're on it. You got hoisted to the bow of the vessel that is on fire.
And then,
oh, snap, Martin. What the heck? Holy smoke. Literally.
Yeah, that's a real rescue. Yes. And then we evacuated the 3 persons and just tossed the line down there, and I were up like the last man from the vessel, and then just heading to shore. So that was also a good mission, and then you can really feel the adrenaline pumping. But we got 3 persons, and they weren't injured. A lot of they hadn't smoke damage to their lungs, so they needed no real medical attention, but it was a pure rescue. Just get them off the ship, stop the accident, get home.
Oh my gosh.
So that was also, a really good mission.
Dang, Martin, what the heck? I'm blown away at the fact that you were hoisted down to the vessel that was on fire. That is badass, bro. Oh my God.
And it was quite an intense, not the most beautiful hoist work. It was just quick, dirty, bang, on the ship. And we had to just get them off. So I was smashed a little bit on the ship, but nothing serious. But we just had to get on and
smash a little bit on the ship. Martin, I love this. Hey, question. When you were hoisting those guys off, did you just put them in the sling and then guideline them up to the helicopter? So you keep the guideline attached, you stay on deck. Once they get up, then you just bring the empty hook and sling back down to you, put the next guy in and send him up, yeah?
The first one was a young man, and he was looked a little bit frightened. So I handed the line to one of the, I think it was the captain. So he attended the line, and I was make the double hoist with the first one.
Okay.
I think he maybe 20 years old, but he was he was a little bit shocked, I think. So I took the double hoist with him, and the 2 next and get down again, and the 2 next one they just single lift, and then I took ditched the line and got up as the last one.
Wow. Oh my gosh, Martin. Freaking boat's on fire. You're getting put on the boat that's on fire. I love that. Holy shit. Oh, wow, man. Wow. Well done. We're going to divert real quick to thank our sponsors.
Axnis. The Axnis PNG wireless ICS system delivers cutting-edge wireless ICS technology to any aircraft. As a fully integrated system or as a carry-on, carry-off mobile base station, the PNG wireless system is the right solution for any mission.
Keep us going, my friend. I'm in.
I have one more from last year in February. I remember it was a pump mission. We were also in the northern part of Jutland, Aalborg, on that station. We were scrambled for a fishing vessel that was taking in water about I think it was 20 miles out west of the shore. So, and it was pretty rough sea.
Yeah.
And we found the vessel, and it had the engine stop, flooded the engine room compartment. So that's why they didn't have steering power. And it was like tipping in the waves. And then at the same time, we made contact to a German a naval ship. I think it was about what we call it a I forget. I think it's about a small destroyer class, about good 110 meters long.
Okay.
And
Okay.
they weren't that helpful, but they wouldn't have a rescue boat in the water because of the sea state. But they suggested they could get in front of the waves and make the broadside to the waves, so they shielded the fishing vessel, and that helped a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were about 100 meters, 200 meters from the fishing vessel, and just shielded the vessel. And then we managed to hoist me and down on the vessel again, and then 2 pumps. Usually we just hoist the pumps down because it's not the best place to be on a sinking ship. Also for our own safety.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't know, Martin. Yeah. You're on a burning ship. Why not just be on a sinking ship now too? Just add it to your resume. Come on.
But still,
oh my gosh.
Still, it's not the easiest task to get the pumps running. We have a metal barrel, like the 200 drums, oil drums you have, just in the half size. And it's packed watertight with a pump and hoses and all of that in it. So we decided I was hoisted down to the back of the ship, and it was I don't know what kind. I think it was a crab trawl or something like that. So they have like a cage in 3 meters height, all the way off the back of the ship, the bow, and pretty square. So I have about 4 times 4 meters. I could hoist down to, but you have to get 3 meters down the fence to stand there in the rough waves. So our winchman did a really good job there. Got me down on the deck and just released as fast as I could. And then here we have the guideline down, and then we tied the guideline in the pumps. And the first pump we used a standard, as we reverse repelling. We have the repelling in the hoist hook, so you just can cut the line from the barrel with the pump in it. So the first one we just repelled down, and the second one we just took the hoist down, because I was on the ship and could release it.
Well, all right, so wait a minute. I want to talk about this a little bit more. So you can literally repel a pump out of the cabin of the aircraft. So go ahead.
We have like a little quick release and a carabiner, like the figure 8.
Yeah.
The ones you use for repelling.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just put the figure 8 in the hoist.
On the hoist stick itself when it's stowed up.
Yes,
okay.
On the hook.
Okay.
Then we just put the pump in the rope we have for it, and just feeding the rope out of the cabin, so the figure 8 is still sitting in the hoist, and the rope just go down. So we just winch it down with hand, and then when they reach the deck, you can just cut the line, and you're free from it. So if there isn't a trained personnel on the ship, we don't have to get the hoist hook down there for them to release.
What a good idea!
Then you just have the rope down there.
If you don't have somebody trained on deck, you could send the pump down. You're not ever going to be connected to the ship. You have a quick release up at the aircraft and just let it ride. Oh, that's brilliant. That's a really good idea. I've never heard of that. That's cool.
Yep. Yep. Usually we just cut the rope with a line cutter. So we have the figure, our carabiner. We can use that again. And we have plenty of rope.
Yeah, that way you don't lose some of your gear. Keep it with you. Yeah. Got it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. All our ropes and guidelines, we have a soon, like a package for it. It's soon, so we can thread the rope in channels in some fabric. So when it don't get mixed up.
It's
pull it out.
Well, I'm gonna call it snaked in, or it goes back and forth under like rubber bands and stuff. And it's so it
and about 1 meter
okay
fabric sewn together, 2 pieces, and then just thread it in.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to use and don't get tangled.
Yeah. No, it's a good way to do it. It's the same way you would and a lot of people will rig parachutes. Is you just snake the line back and forth, and you put the bundles underneath your little rubber bands or whatever the elastic side, and then as it goes, it just snakes out, and then you like that, and then opens up, it releases. That's good. Yeah. Wow. Cool. Dang, man.
Yeah, I was standing on the deck with 2 pumps, and the ship was really moving. So I was crawling around down there on the ship, and of course I had a wireless communication in my helmet for the helicopter. So they just moved a little bit away and just standing there, and there was plenty of wind, so they could just hover with no problem. And then we got to work. Did the 2 pumps, got them up running, and our rule is never get on deck, below deck on a sinking ship. So I was up, directed them to start. I started the pump and put them down in the engine compartment, and told them how to use the hose and all that. And we got both pumps up and running, and start to get the water out of the engine compartment. And I just starting to tie all the gear to the deck because it was rolling around. And the guys down there, they were good at helping me. And I think when you just start giving them the task, they worked a little bit better because they were also a little bit afraid for sinking. But still, we have the water was cold, and they weren't in their suit, just their raincoats and usually fisher things. But they had put vest on, so they knew that was about serious.
Wow.
Yeah. When a fishing man put the vest on, you know it's serious.
Yeah. I've got a life jacket
yeah.
on. Yeah, this could go down. This could go down. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
What was the outcome?
And then,
Did you guys save the ship?
Yeah.
Did you really?
We had. I was about. We had about. I was on there about 1.5 hours, just trying to get everything to work. We had a little bit problem with the one pump. It was tipped over, and the fire hose we use as the output from the pump, just roll it up. It was cut through by it tilting over, so we have to get the it's not a zip tie, but a metal clamp.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to loosen that and cut some of the fire hose on and put it on again and tighten it again. So we made a battle damage repair out there and got it to work again. And then we were running out of fuel at the helicopter, so I told them the naval ship is going to be here, standing by. If you sink, they're going to send a rescue boat for you. But until then, there was also a Danish tow vessel, rescue vessel from the nearest harbor was alarmed, but it was 4 hours away in the rough conditions, and they were out there to tow them in. But they managed to stay. I have to leave. So they were out there about 2.5 hours before the Danish rescue vessel were out there. But we flew in, and later that night we got a call they were safely in harbor, in the Danish harbor. So also the mission complete. Really good.
Man, great job, man. So, you and the crew saving the guys. You said there were 3 guys on the vessel. Is that right?
Yeah. I think there was more. That one was the burning vessel. I don't know here. It was 4 or 5 guys. I don't know. It was about a 40 meters big fishing vessel.
Wow, pretty big. So with 4 or 5 guys, you go down, bring a couple pumps with us, start dewatering it, get the boat in. You got the German destroyer out there blocking waves and being a brake.
Yes.
Wow, what a rescue.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I have to leave home with the helicopter because our job was done there. Everything worked, and they had a safe platform with the naval ship next to it, waiting for the towboat from the Danish harbor to get out. So we just left again. I said, I hope you stay afloat, and then I was winched up, and then we just flew back to the base, prepared for the next mission.
I love it. Call us if you need us. We'll come back. Yeah. Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Martin, that's awesome.
Yes.
Wow, that's cool. That is super cool. I love the fact that you're down there for an hour and a half working, and they're up in the helicopter just eating popcorn, watching.
Yeah.
Man, he's doing a great job. Oh my gosh. Hey, pass me the drink. Doing a great job, Martin. Come over the radio.
Yeah. Yeah. I also remember when we got home at the base, I was quite tired there.
I'm sure you were.
Because just crawling around in a big 5-6 meters waves on a ship.
Yeah. And I know those guys that were on board, that crew was exhausted, guaranteed. I'm sure when they came into port, they were like, I'm going to sleep for like 3 days. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Man, good for you. You and your whole crew. My gosh. Dang. Saved the vessel and the guys. Well done.
So there were a couple of the excitement rescue missions. But other than that, we have a lot of medevacs from the whole Denmark.
We're going to divert real quick to thank our sponsors.
Bell is proud to sponsor Vertical Helicasts and their vision to hold meaningful mission, safety, and best practice conversations in the helicopter industry. The lessons learned from these conversations will undoubtedly shape the future of both new and veteran helicopter operators.
I have a small facts. We have about 5,400 miles of coast in Denmark. So we are 5,000.
5,400 miles of coastline.
Yes.
You guys do have a lot.
Yes, and we are quite, because we have, we are about 180 kilometers attached to Germany. Otherwise, we're just like a small island, whole of Denmark. And then we have a lot of small islands. We have 72 islands with that's occupied by people, and also a lot of small, really small islands. So there's a lot of coastline. So we have a lot of coastline.
So the west side of the country is right on the North Sea. So you guys get hammered with that. And then the north side of the country, you've got Norway. And then the east side of the country, you have what, Sweden? Is it Sweden? Yep, Sweden.
Yep. And we have the Baltic Sea up there. Then we have
Poland
Sweden and Finland and
just south, kind of like southeast of you guys. Yeah. So you
and
guys
Germany,
have like all the little islands that are in and around Denmark itself. You guys provide medevacs from all these islands to bring them to Copenhagen. Is that kind of the main spot you guys fly in and out of?
Yes. We have 3 big hospitals. We have one in Jutland called Aarhus Skyby. That's the main city in Jutland. They have like a university hospital there.
Okay.
We fly to with a heli platform on the top. And then we have the Copenhagen Hospital with a heliport in the top. And then we have like in the middle of Denmark, there's an island called Fyn. We also have a university hospital there. So we fly to all 3 of them, but they have all the main specialties in all 3 of them. So the most common heart attacks and traumas, we can fly to all the hospitals.
Wow. Now, and you guys fly with a doctor on board every time you go out, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. The crew is 2 pilots. Then we have a winchman who's an old rescue swimmer.
An old rescue swimmer? Is that like where you go after you're done being a rescue swimmer, you go be a hoist operator?
Yes. Yeah. So you're a flight mechanic.
Awesome.
Yeah. So he's a winchman, but he's also the flight mechanic, like a crew chief. He has the responsibility for the aircraft. We don't have a flight mechanic on the watch. So for 3 days, we are alone with the aircraft. So me as the rescue swimmer, I'm also the flight mechanic. And then the winchman, who's an old rescue swimmer, he's like the chief mechanic. So we are two mechanics on board. So we taking the net to out and do all the maintenance and servicing on the aircraft for those 3 days we are on watch.
Nice. And then the medical doctor, is he stationed and on call with you there at the base?
Yes.
Oh wow.
They have usually 24 hours. Most of them work civilian at hospital, and then they have 1 to 2 days a month. They just are on the helicopter watch.
Got it.
So they are stationed 24 hours with the rest of the crew, eating together, sleeping together on the station. So we have 6 people living together for 3 days.
Wow.
And the doctors usually replaced every 24 hours on that watch.
Got it. Okay. And you said he's a civilian doctor as well, not just military?
We both have military doctors and civilian. We have like a program for military doctors where they are in service about 3 years to 4 years. So they got their 1.5 year education, and then they have about 2 years working in the military, and then they go out and be civilian doctors again.
Wow.
And some of them working stationary in the military for the rest of their life, but most of them become civilian doctors after that, but still have a contract with the military, both for SAC doctors and also for when they have to go ship to the northern part, Greenland, Iceland, the Faroe Islands. They also have bring doctors on their ships.
Dang, no kidding. Now, do those guys ever get hoisted down with you? Like if you get hoisted down to a vessel?
Yeah, but
okay.
Yes.
And so they have also, a full training package where you guys go down and then you bring the doctor with them, guideline them in, and get on deck. Or wow.
We have all the new doctors get 3 days of hoist exercise on duty before they are cleared to hoist. So I'm one of the instructors for that also.
Oh, excellent. Oh,
so we have a lot of young new doctors every year who have to be trained for SAR.
Wow. Oh, that is cool. That's a lot of people. Now, do you have minimum requirements that all the doctors and yourself have to go through in order to keep current?
Yes, they have like 2 days a year. The doctors, they have to attend a course with an exam for being a flying SAR. And most of them also have requirements in civilian. And then we have different categories of doctors. We have 2 different categories. One who's a special in anesthesia. That's a category 1. And then we have a category 2 who's not special in anesthesia, but can still be a very good doctor.
Yeah.
And then the rescue central coordinate the missions after that. If you have to take a sleeping patient from a hospital, we have to get a category 1 that can handle a respirator and all of that, the tubes. And then they try to get one for the mission.
Wow. So you guys, I mean, you're flying like you're a hospital in the air is what you guys are.
Yeah.
My goodness.
We have we both have the four small helicopters, civilian. We don't have anything to do with them, but they always have a specialty doctor in anesthesia on board. Sometimes we mix and match, and they take their helicopter to us and they fly with us because they're very limited in size in their helicopter, but also in icing conditions they don't have heat in the blades, and also they are under civilian flying rules. So if there's too much fog in the air, the visibility is too low, then they cannot fly. We have a better radar and also the infrared camera to help us. So we're flying on military flight rules. So we can a little bit more decide. The captain can decide which whether he can fly in. So most of the islands in the winter, when it's bad weather and visibility, we have to fly the trips for the little helicopter. Yeah. And sometimes they just drive to us if we don't have the specialty doctor that's needed, and they fly with us, and then we just
that's great.
But But the most missions we can fly with the doctor we have, it's no problem.
And are you still flying on the Sea King, or are you guys using a different aircraft now?
No, in 2010, it was the 2010 we got the last one out of the Sea King, and then we're flying. It's called the EH-101. It's a acoustic vessel.
Ah, you are in the EH-101. I thought that. Okay, you know what? I actually knew that. My bad. I did know that. Yeah, beast of an aircraft, humongous. Like it's a giant aircraft.
Humongous. Yeah, the same as the Portuguese we were visiting last. Last year in
2 years ago. Yeah.
Casquis. Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, so
wow.
It's a really big helicopter. Nice, I can stand in it. Free height, so don't have to crawl on my knees. We can get a hospital bed in at the tail. We have like a big ramp. We can just hoist down.
Yeah.
So it's a really good aircraft, but still it's a heavy aircraft, so there's a lot of blast.
Right, big rotor.
Maybe
rotor
it's a little
blast.
big too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's there's a lot of downwash and pressure. So in the water, it's a little bit difficult, especially for new people or people who aren't used to it. But we manage. It's still a really good platform to fly in, and it's just so big and have a long endurance and range. So it's really good.
Well, you guys have,
and we have 3 of them on duty.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, we have 14 of them in at all. In the helicopter base station. So 14 airframes, and then we have 3 on watch 24/7.
And how many bases do you guys have across the country? I know Aalborg, which is in the north side of the country.
Yes. Then we have Skrydstrup down in the southern part of Jutland, and then we have Roskilde near Copenhagen in the eastern part of Zealand. So we have like a triangle.
Got it.
So we can reach the whole of Denmark with the 3 watches in a half an hour.
Wow. Oh, that's great. My goodness. Yeah. And
it's really good.
And then by some chance, if you need to go out into the North Sea, you've got the range to get out to the North Sea quite a ways.
Yes. And then usually we also have all the platforms in the North Sea, oil rigs.
Oh, do you support and help them as well?
Yes. So they have their own shuttle helicopters from Esbjerg, but still if there's a medevac from there, we fly them if they cannot wait to the shuttle helicopter.
Wow, Martin, you guys are asked to do a lot. My goodness, that's great.
Yeah.
Like, shows off your capabilities. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. We also have helping the police, because we're the helicopter with the shortest action time. We are told to be in the air in 15 minutes, and then half an hour in night time. But usually we are always in the air in the 15 minutes area.
Yeah.
So also we're helping the police if we have to move police to islands or big police forces from the one end of the country to another. We're also helping them with that.
Wow.
So that's also one of our capabilities.
Is there anything you guys don't do? Like,
not really. I also.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. We also. It's like a multi-role helicopter from in Denmark. So in our squadron, we also have some crews flying. We call it Triple T, tactical troop transport, and they've both been to Afghanistan, Iraq, and Mali in Africa, and supporting the troops there, flying with troops and a lot of things. In 2019, I was in a carrier group with a French carrier, Charles de Gaulle, where we were sailing from the Mediterranean Sea in Cyprus, down the Suez and the Red Sea, down to the Adenbuk and up the Persian Gulf, an escort with our Danish naval ship. We had stationed one of the helicopters at the deck.
Yeah.
So I was on the crew there, and we were both transport helicopter, transporting people, and doing medevacs for the whole carrier group. But also were, I think they call it Pedros, when you have to hang out the ship as a rescue swimmer when they get the fighters down and launch the fighters from the aircraft.
Oh wow.
So that I've also been trying. It was a really good trip at 45 days, and really fun. And the helicopter was quite capable for that.
Yeah.
But much better than their own. They had the NH-90,
Yep.
a little bit smaller helicopter. They had one of those on the ship, but usually when we have to transport people, we always took it because we are a much bigger helicopter.
Well, yeah. I mean, the 101 is just huge. So if anybody hasn't seen it, I'll have a picture up right now. Like that way you can see the EH-101.
Yes.
It's a big aircraft. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing it because I think we're gonna have the opportunity to hang out with you guys at Aalborg and kind of see that aircraft, aren't we?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, probably. Nope. I think that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, that'd be great. Awesome. Well, Martin, I'll tell you what. I will keep going if you want to keep telling stories. Other than that, we can close out. It's up to you because I've had you on for about an hour.
Yeah, I can. I'm just I'm right now. The last 2 years, I have become an instructor for the rescue swimmers. So we have divided it a little bit. So some of the older rescue swimmers are instructors in the medical department. For all of us have to every year get to exams and courses to stay sharp in the medical department. But I'm in the swimming department. I'm one of the 3 instructors. We have one system operator. The system operator is also rescue swimmers. So that's my backup rescue swimmer in the crew. So all the system operators and all the rescue men, we are every year we have about 2 days course in where we have to do some swim tests, open water, and we have the subject of the year when we put together some nice information for the people. And I'm one of the instructors for that. We are 2 rescue men and 1 system operator. Wow. And next week we are just having a course at the Frogmans for new rescue swimmers. So there's a lot of on the program for me and the other ones, the 2 other ones. We're going to have 14 days up there from next week, trying to find some new good colleagues.
Wow.
So I'm really looking forward to attending that. And we are finishing Friday there, and then Sunday we're starting the rescue meet in Aalborg. So I have 3 weeks packed from now.
Yeah, you're a busy guy. Nice.
And then also I love swimming. That's one of my forces. In my spare time I play a game called underwater rugby.
Oh, I love underwater rugby.
Where you have
yeah. Do you guys use the brick or the little rocket?
No, we have a ball. It's
okay.
It's where you have a ball and you can 2 baskets on the bottom of the deep end of the pool.
Yeah,
and it's quite a big game in Europe, and I played for almost 30 years since I was a little kid, and both played at the youth national team and 1 year on the national team. So have played for a lot of years.
Oh my God!
Quite serious in Denmark. So yeah, but still a little niche sport. So I always been good at swimming, and then also I spearfish a lot, freediving with a spear gun in my spare time.
Really?
So.
Oh, that's a blast!
Yeah, getting some fish on the table. Yeah. So I'm doing a lot of water work also in my spare time.
Excellent.
And then it just come in handy when you're on job.
Yeah, when you have a couple little kids out in the water and you need to go get them.
Yes.
Hey, Martin, this has been great. Thank you so much for giving us a little bit of insight about what you guys do in Denmark with the Danish Air Force. Man, Rescue Squadron 722 represent. I like it. Appreciate the stories. There's something I'd like to ask you before I let you go, and that's if you had any advice that you would pass on to everybody that's either doing the job or things that you have learned, what would it be?
It's when it heats up and it's getting hot, then remember to take it slow. We always say you have to hurry slow. Du skal skynde dig langsomt, so you have to hurry up but do it slow, so you can get your mind with it.
Wait, say that in Danish again.
Skynd dig langsomt.
Skirt diet langshot.
Yes, you
Okay.
have to hurry up but do it slow. So you hurry up but you do it slow. So you don't run to the helicopter. You just walk fast.
Yeah, you hurry up, but you keep it slow.
Yes. Also, when you're attending we call it a skadested, crime scene, not a crime scene, but a place where the accident has happened. Don't just run there. Take it slow. Get your overview, and then you can boil on the inside and just do whatever. But walk slow so your mind can just have a few more seconds to think all the important thoughts before you get there and have to work.
Man, that's good stuff, man. That's great. Thank you, Martin. I appreciate that. Buddy, I am looking forward to seeing you in Aalborg at Eurosa 2024. It's going to be great. We're going to hang out for a little bit. We're going to kick back a beer together. Just saying. A Denmark beer. It's going to be legit. So, right on. Martin, thank you again. Thank you again for the stories. I appreciate it. And I'll see you soon.
Perfect. Yeah.
So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here.
Go!
Now, it's time for me to pull chocks and take off. But before I go, I'm always looking for the memorable rescues that people have done. If you have one that you're willing to share or know somebody who has a story, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to highlight it here at the Real ResQ. For everybody that is standing by for that SAR alarm, remember, those in distress are praying for a miracle. They are going to get you. So until next time, fly safe and swim hard. Thank you for joining me today here at the Real ResQ podcast, powered by Vertical Helicast. We'd also like to say thank you to our sponsors for this episode.
Collins Aerospace Goodrich. Whether your mission is saving lives or servicing high-value assets, Collins Aerospace's Goodrich hoists stay ready to assist. Features such as single-point payout reduce the potential for hoist-induced load swings, enhancing overall safety.
Bell is proud to sponsor Vertical Helicasts and their vision to hold meaningful mission, safety, and best practice conversations in the helicopter industry. The lessons learned from these conversations will undoubtedly shape the future of both new and veteran helicopter operators.
And
Axnis. The Axnis PNG wireless ICS system delivers cutting-edge wireless ICS technology to any aircraft. As a fully integrated system, or as a carry-on, carry-off mobile base station, the PNG wireless system is the right solution for any mission.
Yep. Get in there. Dig. Good boy. Come on. What did you find? Anything in there? What is it? Are we digging for gold? I think so. Come on, dig. Yep. Her. What do you got there, big guy? What do you find? Huh? Bless you. What do you find? What's in there? Huh? What's in there? Good boy. And rest.